Welcome to the Weekly Homicide Report, the weekly program where we talk about all the people that needlessly died at the hands of another person. Now let's take a look at this week's graph. The graph has changed slightly this week. I added one more city to follow, so instead of 6 cities, we'll follow 7, at least for now. And I removed Minneapolis last week because I don't trust their numbers, but I'm still waiting for them to explode after registering their second mass shooting this year already. I also removed Milwaukee until their website gets updated for the new year. So Columbus, Ohio will replace them, and it's certainly earned its spot. Chicago added 8 homicides, and it's nice to see 2 weeks in a row with single-digit murder numbers there instead of double digits. Philadelphia added 7 homicides and is well behind where they were in both 22 and 2021. The St. Louis area is also new this week. I followed them for a while last year and feel they're worthy of attention, but there were problems with their website last year, and that was the reason I stopped following them. So we'll see how long this lasts. But they had 8 homicides prior to January 4th, and no updates since. So we'll call it 8 and see what happens next week. New York City had 6 homicides, and unlike most U.S. cities, 4 were stabbings. Well, one actually said a hatchet, but that's still considered a stabbing. Columbus also had 6 homicides, 2 from trauma and 4 from shootings. DC had 5 murders and have 2 more homicides this year than in 2022 at this time. And Baltimore had 3 homicides. Of the 5 victims this year, 2 were teenagers and all have been black. There were 12 mass shootings. Last week, I covered some of them. 3 cities have had multiple mass shootings this year, and none of them is Chicago. The 3 are Miami Gardens, Florida, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and New Orleans, Louisiana. The High Point, North Carolina mass shooting was the second mass murder of the year, with 5 victims who died. Both of the mass murders this year were domestic violence incidents. 6 children under the age of 11 and 37 between the age of 12 and 17 were shot and killed. Both of the daily averages for these shootings of children are well above where we were last year. And 12% of all gun homicides are of children under the age of 17 so far this year. There were 28 defensive use of a firearm incidents. I covered a few of them. People are asking for more of these, so I'll try to get more of these types of stories out for you guys. The number of these incidents being reported is slightly higher than last year's average, but nowhere near where it should be. Well, that's all I have for you today, but I'll be back next week with the week 3 numbers. Until then, have a great week, and I'll catch you next week. Support this channel and pick yourself up some original crime-related apparel. Look for the link in the description.